Do you ever procrastinate?
Oh, man, all the time. This dude was on at me for 3 years. Nothing was coming to me. I wasn't
Sure.
feeling it. He kept coming back to me. I listened to it. When I got it, oh, my God. I mean, it's like one of my favourite songs now.
Oh, with Christabel, bringing purpose, meaning in music.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Whole the Podcast. Today, I'm very, very lucky, very fortunate to have the mighty Prince of Soul, Omar Laifouk.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. The mighty.
The mighty.
You've had that before.
Omar, I was watching some footage of you performing on Top of the Pops back from 1990, and really what struck me about it was you look like a really, to me now, you look like a child practically. But at the time, I remember you seemed like this really grown-up man.
That was 36 years ago, so yeah.
36 years ago.
Yeah.
Of course, I was not born then. I retract that statement.
Is that how old we are?
I retract
You
it.
weren't even born then.
I'm going to cut that out. I was.
Okay.
I was lying. Okay, so I'm going to, for the sake of anybody who hasn't become familiar with Omar and more for you, you are musician, actor, composer, producer for 40 years.
41 now.
Yeah, I was going to say, because by my maths it was 41.
Yeah, exactly. Last year would have been.
Yeah, okay. And you've worked with artists such as Stevie Wonder, the late Angie Stone, the late great Erykah Badu, amazing. And recently on your 2025 album, Brighter the Days, you had guest artists, Paul Weller, India Ari, Ledisi, you had gigs, you had loads of others.
I mentioned my friend Honey La Rochelle.
Honey La
I
Rochelle.
mentioned her the other day, but I love her so much.
Yeah.
Honey La Rochelle, we have to mention her as well.
The whole album is brilliant.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to think what my favourite track. Do you have a favourite track?
There's Much Love in the World. It comes up sometimes because it's got a beautiful string arrangement by Chris Cameron over the top of it. But it can change from day to day. It depends how I'm feeling.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was really enjoying last night. I loved the one with gigs on.
The gigs, okay.
Yeah, I loved that one last night. But I love them all.
Thank you.
You're right, because it's day by day. Your mood changes, doesn't
your
it?
mood changes. You might be in that like relaxed mood, or it might be up for it mood. You never know.
Yeah. So, what inspired this new album?
Well, a lot of it was written in the pandemic. So in lockdown, I got a studio in the back of my garden called Backyard. So I was in there quite a lot. And then when I was putting all the tracks together, I got a friend of mine, Vanessa Simon, to write the lyrics for some of the songs. And one of them, she said, Brighter the Days. And I just thought of, that's got to be the name of the album because, we're going to be out of it. We're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to get through it, which we have done. Remember, that's like 6 years ago when we were doing.
It's crazy.
I know. We're in some other kind of madness right now, but we'll get through that as well.
We're in some other kind of madness. Do you think we will get through it? I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. These things come in waves. It's just how you respond to it. Then you get to see the measure of a person, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true, actually. Well, that's interesting. How you respond to something is how you get to see the measure of the person. Do you think that's the secret to your longevity? How you've responded to
I think so.
the trials and tribulations of being a musician?
Of being a musician, being living in this country and soul music and blah, blah, blah. I suppose so. I'm just very hard-headed. I'm very focused on just being able to make music that I can express myself with. And I've been very fortunate to be able to do 9 albums, like we said, 41 years.
Yeah.
And whatever comes my way. I mean, when the pandemic hit, all our gigs got cancelled.
Sure.
So there was nowhere to play, no gigs and stuff. So then I had to think of, how am I going to survive this?
Yeah.
And I thought about it and got my streaming game together. So I got the microphones, the mixing desks, the cameras, the software to do it. And then began broadcasting that way. And that kind of helped. It helped me, it helped the people that were in lockdown as well. Because you could tell when we got out of lockdown, everybody was like, oh my God. We couldn't wait to perform, and I know people couldn't wait to come to the shows.
Sure.
So those first couple of shows were just amazing.
Crazy.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I'm actually a singer, so I also couldn't perform in lockdown. And when I did my first gig after lockdown, I was very nervous.
Really?
Yes. Did you feel nervous?
No, because I'd been performing the whole time. It was nothing to go on Instagram Live, YouTube Live, any one of those streaming websites. And that's how I just kind of kept the thing out, because I'm a show-off at heart. You know what I mean? So it didn't really matter that there wasn't an audience directly in front of me, but I knew there was out there in the internet.
On this internet, yeah.
That's what they were.
Do you? It's interesting. You say you're a show-off at heart, and do you think that I have a theory? You see that all the different, you know, look at a band, all the different people that play the different instruments. I have a theory that there's like an overriding personality for each one.
For each one.
Yeah, like so the singers are all extrovert show-offs.
There kind of is, yeah. You know,
the keyboard players are geeky, techie.
Yeah, horn sections like to drink.
Mad, yeah, they do.
And the drummer is like animal out of the Muppets.
Yeah.
Yeah, there kind of is sort of like a thread as well. But no, we're all show-offs.
Yeah,
you know,
true.
I think that's why we like to perform, you know.
Yes.
And in front of a crowd, a willing audience.
What does it give you performing?
Oh, it gives me a buzz. I mean, it's almost the same as when you're creating the music. Then, you know, when you feel that you got that banger. And when I say banger, it's like when they play it in a dance, they play the first 4 bars of it, and then it says rewind. You have to rewind the song so they start again. That's a buzz in itself. Going to another country where they don't speak your language, but they sing your songs.
Oh, yeah.
That's another amazing thing, you know. Indonesia, I was out there, the jazz festival with Incognito, and we did nothing like this. And 2,000 people singing.
Amazing.
There's nothing like this too, you know. So, yeah.
I saw a brilliant video of a song that you recorded with your dad. Byron?
Garnet Emotion, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It's so gorgeous. So your dad's a musician?
He's a drummer, yeah.
He's a drummer.
He was playing drums in the 60s, 70s. People like Doris Troy, Bob Andy, Marcia Griffiths. And yeah, I suppose that's where the buzz for the music has come from. And plus, it's his record label that I got first started out.
Oh, is it?
On, called Congo Dance.
Yeah. And you were very young, though, when your first...
16.
16, yeah. And you had... your backing vocalist was Karen Wheeler from Soul to Soul.
Someone's done their research.
I've done all my research.
I'm impressed. Very good. Yeah. Karen Wheeler came in and did BVs on a song called You and Me as well. So this is before the Soul to Soul days as well. So I didn't even know that.
So how did you know each other, you and Karen Wheeler?
Through my dad. So everybody knows my dad, you know, in West London as well.
Okay.
There was sort of like a group of people, group of musicians that would hang out together and do shows. His reputation precedes him before even me.
Is he Ghanaian?
No, he's Jamaican.
He's Jamaican.
They live in Ghana. Both my parents are Rastafarian.
Okay,
so they moved to Mother Africa.
Yeah,
as it were, you know what I mean? Because they felt the call out there more than they did over here, or even Jamaica. They thought they'd go to Ghana.
How much of an influence is that? I like that the call back to the. What did you call it? The
Mother Africa.
The Mother Africa. Do you relate to that?
I don't relate to that because I'm not Rasta.
No,
I'm Funky Dread, but I'm not Rastafarian. They go back to Mother Earth. You know, they're proper. You know. That's where the slaves got taken from.
Sure.
But this is where they feel that their calling is. And that's, they set up a 10-bedroom guest house out there, which was very successful as well. But they're retiring now. But that was an influence. So then when I helped my dad set up his music room, with the drums, keys and all that, we just started jamming. And then out of that came this song, Garnet Emotion. And that's probably the video that you've seen.
Yeah.
That video we shot probably about 20 years ago.
Did you? Oh, I love that video.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So that was in Ghana?
That's in Ghana, yeah.
Okay. And your parents were from Jamaica originally?
Yes. Yeah.
But you're born here?
I'm born in, London.
Yeah.
South London.
South London.
South London, yeah.
Spelt S-A-R-F.
Thank you. All right. You know.
So I've got hand cream on.
Yeah, that's all right.
It's a nice one, though. So it's a nice one. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the beginning because we've gone around a little bit of my questions. But you've just finished a tour in America, is that right?
Not just.
So. Last summer. I'm saying just. We're actually almost a year. Aren't we,
I did 2 tours in the States last year. The second one was 11 cities that we did.
Was it?
Yeah. So I've got quite a big following in the States as well. I hadn't been out there for a little while, but then to go back and do these tours was fantastic as well. So
have you ever thought of living out there?
I did at one point.
Yeah.
I don't now.
No.
Because when I was thinking about it, it was, financially it would have made sense.
Yeah.
But, my choices were Atlanta
Yes.
or New York, like Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, yeah. They were quite different vibes musically.
Different vibes musically, but
And
financially affordable they were at the time, and the vibe as well. I did, the first time I experienced Atlanta, I did the Roots picnic.
Right.
So the Roots, the group.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I did their festival, and it was the first time I saw thousands of black people with hairstyles like me and smelling like me as well, because I like my Egyptian musk as well. So then I was like, you know what? I could actually hang here. You know what I mean? I could actually live there.
So that's interesting. You said the first time you saw loads of people like you.
This was the first festival that I'd went to. Not even in London, I'd seen people, that many people that looked like me, because the funky dread thing, and when the funky, not exactly hip hop, because you're wearing baggy clothes, but you kind of like you're wearing the Afrocentric type of clothing. But it was just seeing so many people in one space together at the same time. This is probably back in '94 when I saw that.
Do you remember up in London there was a shop called Mash?
Yes. Yes.
That was quite Afrocentric shop, wasn't it?
Where was Mash?
Mash, wasn't that on like Tottenham Court Road or something?
I think so. Like, Mr. You're too young to remember Mr. Byright.
I don't remember Mr. Byright.
Mr. Byright was Tottenham Court Road as well. But Mash, I do remember. Yeah, I think I bought a couple of pieces from it. Baggy clothes,
the baggy clothes, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I suddenly remember. I haven't thought of that for a long time. Flashback, yeah. Now then, I'm going to read this out to you. So I put a little thing up on Instagram with just me here, and I was playing your song on the radio, a radio show, and I was like, "Can you guess who I'm interviewing?" I thought everyone would guess it, but some people gave me ridiculous answers. But someone said, "Oh." Someone wrote this to me. They privately messaged me, and I'll see if I can read this. And they were like really impressed. So it's a musician friend of mine, and they said about you, his bass lines are as much. They said your bass lines completely changed the way he thought of music. He's a writer. His bass lines are as much melodic hooks as his vocal melodies, and they do a lot more than root out the harmony. His arrangements use a lot of counterpoint, but with a funk groove. It affected the way I approach bass lines in my own music, finding a bass part that doesn't just follow the roots of the chords, but it's its own line that will sometimes end up inverting the harmony and changing the function of the original chords. Wow. He, along with Michelle
and Degacello.
Thank you. Heavily, okay, well, I would not have said it like that. Heavily influenced my whole approach to songwriting. And if you listen to a lot of the songs on For Pleasure, you can hear how the bass lines do so much to make the songs sound fresh and interesting, giving them a unique groove. Songs like Keep Stepping and Saturday. And I did go and listen. I agree. I have to say, I agree with him.
That's amazing. If I could, I would blush right now. Thank you. What's his name?
He's called Mark Treffel.
Mark, thank you very much for that. That's really, I've never heard it explained that way. But yeah, it's very true. With bass lines, I like to think of it as a melody as opposed to just a bass line.
Yeah, you're right. I noticed.
And the counterpoints and stuff like that. That's very much, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been rumbled. Oh, no, I've got to start again and change my whole way.
So you're a real, I was talking about your music and the artists that you've got, seeing like people like India Arie and Ledisi. I would describe them as singers.
Yes.
So I love them.
Yeah.
They're two of my favourite singers.
Right.
And we were talking about your music, and we said it's like musicians' music because it's very intelligently written, isn't it? And so musicians love it, and I consider that to be the highest praise. Yeah. No, I've heard that before. Where people would play my albums on the tour bus. Yes.
So then that's how you would hear the music as opposed to hearing it on the radio.
Yeah.
It's not for the masses. It's kind of for those people that listen to that kind of music as well. But I'm having a ball while I'm making it.
Yeah.
I just hope that people relate to it. That it makes them feel, reminds them of a good time, or
yes.
There's all these different factors that
because it's quite it's not you don't do too many like sad ballads or anything, do you?
No, I'm not a depressed kind. You know
Do
what I mean?
you think that's reflective of your personality?
I think so. I always like to see the good in things. I like for us to have a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you the party?
Am I the life and soul of the party?
Or just the party?
I am the party, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think so?
I can be. I can be. Yeah. My lips are sealed.
Have you been a multi-instrumentalist since your youth? Have you
Yes.
always been like that?
Yeah, I was playing. I had my first drum kit when I was 5, and then a sweet old lady, Doris, next door neighbour, gave me this cornet. It was in her shed, it was rusted and completely battered and rusty holes in it. Then that was the next thing I played. Then I got a guitar. Then I was playing piano. Then I was playing percussion in the youth orchestra.
Okay,
then I was playing tuba. I was playing,
Oh, really?
Yeah, baritone.
Because you've got a
euphonium.
lot of horn lines in your music. I noticed that.
Yeah, lots of horns and I mean, at one point I was playing like 7 instruments, but now I just say I play bass, drums, and keys. That's it.
So, for the benefit of the listeners and the viewers, I have worked with lots of people who are multi-instrumentalists, and these people, they're no good for the rest of us. They make us feel terrible. No.
I know other multi-instrumentalists
I know,
that
I
make me
do.
feel terrible. It's all right. It's not just unique to you.
Yeah. Okay. So that's super interesting. And so music is just something that you were able to just take to.
I
Yes, it's
just gravitate towards. I've been putting songs together since I was about 13, 14, and it was very, very basic technique. So I'd have one tape recorder, you do the beat on that records it, and then you play that back, and you record that sound while you're playing the keys onto another tape recorder.
Yeah,
and you go back and forth. You know what I mean? And it
I
started
do,
with
yes.
that. Then I had a 4-track, and then I had an 8-track. And,
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I put the hours into trying.
I was going to come to that. You know, that's how I learnt to do harmonies.
Okay.
I would record myself on one tape, and then I would play that and record myself doing a harmony. And that's how I would learn to layer up harmonies.
Yeah, exactly. 2 tape recorders.
2 tape recorders.
Yeah,
That's how I learnt to do it.
Yeah, that's the way.
That's how old I am.
And I'm older than that.
He is actually older than me, yes. So I was going to, you said you put the hours in. I think this is what I think people need to understand. When you're really committed to doing something, when you really want to do something creative in music, it could be anything, it could be sport. I think that's key, is putting the hours in.
Yeah. That's the one thing I hear. The last one, or the first one to get in the studio and the last one to leave. That's pretty much the same thing that I hear of Cristiano Ronaldo, that he would get into the locker room and be the last one to be still and keep you up here, whatever it is you need to do. I think, if you put in the hours in, you should see results. That's the only way that's the simplest way I could see.
Yeah, I think, and what about practice? So you're talking about actual time in the studio, but what about your practice?
Well, the practice is down to you. I'm not such a big, rehearsal practicer. Is that
Are
a
you
word?
not? Practicer?
Practitioner? Is that better?
Let's just call it practicer.
Practice. This is going out, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is forever and ever.
This is going to be forever.
No, I mean, you spend time in the studio. Like when we put songs together, you know how long it takes, and you just rewinding and rewinding.
Yes.
And just keep doing that. I think that applies to everything. The more you do it, the more it becomes natural. And that's, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and that goes back to one of the very first things you said in this interview. You described yourself as hard-headed and focused, and I think that goes hand in hand, doesn't it? I think you would struggle to be a success in music without that level of resilience, hard-headedness, and ability to focus.
Absolutely, yeah. You need all those components to make it work. The success you get out of it, that's another thing to be measured. You know what I mean? Some people are way successful with the least interaction, and there's other people that work their arse off and they're not as successful.
And can I ask you to what the word success means to you?
Success. I mean, in terms of finances, in terms of your reach, in terms of how many fans you have, that's a success. You know, I find myself, I see myself as reasonably successful just because I can feed my kids, I can put clothes on their belly, clothes on their belly, clothes on their back,
clothes
food
on
in
their
their belly,
too sometimes.
you know what I mean, roof over their head. That's successful to me.
It is.
You know what I mean? I don't need much more than that. I don't need the yachts and the four, premises and the different, my success is that I'm able to look after my kids. That's how I would measure it.
Yes, I think so. And I think society often sees success as the things you just said, like the yachts and the great finance. But the number of musicians who actually are doing that is minuscule. And like you said, they're not necessarily the most talented ones. Absolutely not.
Sure.
So to be able to, do all of that for music is successful. But what about the idea of being like a really accomplished musician? Would you consider that success?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Do I consider myself
I'm telling you that's what you are.
Oh, I see. Oh, right, okay. I don't feel that way because I'm always learning something. Especially like when I finish an album, I just forget how I did everything.
Interesting.
And just start again. You just start from scratch. And sometimes I'm learning again how to use the program that I recorded stuff on.
What do you use? Which program do you use?
Logic Pro X.
Yeah.
So and then there's certain things in there that I've forgotten how, the shortcuts of how to put things together. Yeah. But that's all part of the process, and I think that part of the process does something to the song as well. Because if you're going through those things, this is where see now AI. Now I've got friends who swear by it, and they're musicians.
Yes.
And I'm like, it's a bit too close because it's just too easy. It's too easy, and I mean, if you got talented people that would, they put down the idea, and then you get the 8 different versions.
Yes.
And then that inspires them.
Yes.
Inspires them to do something else. Then kind of that's okay. Where my problem is when there's people that don't have any talent at all. Then they just sort of an idea, and then this thing churns out this masterpiece.
Well, I don't know if it does, because I've heard we played around with this. My husband's a trumpet player. I think you worked with Ben Edwards.
Yes.
Yeah. So my husband knows Ben, because they're trumpet players. What you said about horn players, all true.
Yes.
All true.
Under the table.
Oh yeah. So he's played around with it. So I've done it with the kids in that I teach singing, and so they do it, and it comes out with something okay, and it's just fun for them to sort of, then they can write stuff on top. It gives them a little bed.
Sure.
But he's done stuff using quite detailed instructions, and it comes out with something insane.
Exactly. In fact, there's somebody singing that there was no one singing. Do you know what I mean? And they're making up the words and all that. So that means we needed a whole other 2 podcasts to talk about it. But that's what I'm talking about, the process of writing a song. And that's the danger we might have the danger of losing that because of this tool now, which can do everything for you like that. And
it can.
even though it does that, I don't see myself using it anytime soon. No,
because I was going to say, do you think it could take over? Because I think that music is it's such an innately human thing. Like singing, they think, the musicologists think that singing predates spoken word language.
Sure.
And it's so in us, isn't it, to create?
Right.
That will we stop doing it?
I don't think we will. But right now, our what's the word? Ability to earn money is being threatened by that, because this thing is doing it way quicker and easier than we would do with the process. I mean,
certainly,
certain people can do songs like that. I mean, Prince did a whole album in a day, didn't he?
Prince is Prince.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a rarity. But it's an interesting one which I need to watch and see how it develops. I think they need to regulate certain things as well with the AI. I used AI to make one of the videos. I had a friend, a lady that does my website, and she messes about with AI. I was like, well, can you put something together? I just wanted something for content, basically, for this, the video for one of the songs. The backlash from it then made me sort of realise maybe it wasn't such a good idea. Because if you think about the amount of people that would normally go in to make a video, So you got the director or the actors in it. You know, there's a bunch of people that could go into it, or you know what I mean. Even if they're acting, I don't know.
I have a bit of a rebuttal to that.
Go.
Which is this. All of that costs money. So that means if you have to have... So I've had this experience myself as a singer, recording albums. It costs a lot of money. Now, if you are not a rich person and you're not a multi-instrumentalist, you can't direct, you are stuck then, aren't you? So it becomes a domain of the wealthy.
Sure.
So
I like this stuff.
I'm all about equality.
No, it's a good start.
So I think that AI is a leveler whereby people who are not really wealthy can take part in because there might be something. Let's say you want to make a movie. Maybe you could act. Maybe you can write. But what you can't do is I can't think of something. You know. Do something off the top of my...
Right.
Help me. Help me. No.
I'm just watching it.
There's a little bit you can't do.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a singer, you can play piano, but you can't play bass, you can't play drums, you can't play certainly can't play any horn instruments.
Right.
You're not married to a trumpeter, let's say.
Yeah. But get where you're going.
How are you going to do it? How are you going to do that without money? You can't.
Then you don't.
Then you don't. That's right. So then you don't. So then only the wealthy people can do it, unless they have access to...
Unless you've got mates who are musicians.
Unless you've got mates. Yeah, you can. Yeah. But even those people, they have bills to pay and they're busy. You know, they're busy.
They are busy. There's no right or wrong answer.
So I believe AI is a leveler.
It is a leveler. But, in
that aspect.
We have to watch it. That's all I'm saying. We don't want to be the Terminator, do we?
No, because there's been these discussions, haven't there, where AI is, already thinking that it could be destructive.
Exactly, and it's going to make himself indestructible. So, who knows?
Okay, so I'm going to try to drag myself back on topic here.
Yeah, go for it.
Do you ever procrastinate?
All the time.
During the creative process.
All the time. It's procrastinate. There's one song I got called High Heels, and it was written originally for a jazz quartet. Ralph Zitzman is the name. And this dude was on at me for 3 years. He's like, have you got any idea? I was like, yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Literally, it took me 3 years before I came up with the melody for what I did. But when I did, oh my God, it was like...
Why did it take you 3 years?
It's just nothing was coming to me. I wasn't feeling it. He kept coming back to me. I listened to it. Nothing. Nothing. So... And then I just kept listening. But I kept, it was there in the back of my brain. And then when I got it, oh my God. It's like one of my favorite songs now to sing. So it was just one of those things, you just got to wait. I've got a track on this album, which is 2025?
Yep.
We started it, me and my brother, Scratch Professor, started it back in 2010, 2011.
Okay.
And it missed the Man album, it missed the Love and Beats album.
Yeah.
And it wasn't ready till this one. So it's just that's just how it works. It's like wine. If it's good enough, you can just stick the bottle away, let it, what's the word? Not ferment.
Ferment and just mature.
Thank you very much.
So wine is reliant, isn't it, on things that sort of live within
condition.
it. Live within it. So it's almost like a live organism.
Where it lives as well.
Is that music?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe so. We're still listening to. Stevie Wonder, Donny Hathaway.
Yes, we are.
Do you know what I mean? Marvin Gaye. We're still listening to those people because they made that music which is everlasting. It's, you know what I mean? And that's the thing that I've been looking for.
And does the meaning change? I think.
No.
Do you think the meaning of songs can change?
No. I think certain songs are still relevant.
Yes.
To today as they were so many years ago.
Yeah.
You can still be singing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a song called F War Make Love that I wrote for, I forget which album it was. I think it's The Man.
Yeah.
And it's still relevant now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because we had those riots, or there was the Arab Spring in 2011, but now we're going through the same thing again. This whole stuff in the Gulf. It
Yes.
was what happened with Saddam Hussein and
Yes.
stuff. That's what's happening again.
Yes.
It's like history repeating itself. We are doomed. What's the saying when you're doomed to repeat itself?
Well, I mean, I don't know the actual saying, but we are doomed to repeat ourselves, aren't we? It's quite nihilistic, isn't it?
It is.
Quite a nihilistic.
Narcissistic, nihilistic. Yeah.
Nihilistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. Do you, when you're creating, you're kind of almost describing like a creativity that just comes through you. You don't have almost like you don't have a control of it.
I'm a vessel.
Oh, you're a vessel, yes.
That's how I see myself. It's not me
Yes.
doing this stuff. Somebody's going,
It's just coming out of
this
you.
is what's happening today and this is what you're going to do now. Yeah.
Do you have a voice you listen to, a person you listen to? Are you solely reliant on yourself? Do you take advice from your dad?
I am 100% reliant on myself. I was when I first started out listening to my dad. My dad is this, has this way. He's not very technical, but he just gives you the vibe. So he goes, yeah, it goes in. And for some weird reason, I understand what he means.
Of course, yeah.
I understood what he meant, and then that's how I treat each one of my songs now, because you can have a lot of things going on, but each one has to have its place. It has to be able to be heard throughout the noise, and I've just worked out how that works, basically.
Do you have a thread that runs through each album, in your mind, like a story or a sense of a story or a sense of a...
Not so much. I think mine is more acoustically, sonically, there's a story.
Yes.
That's
Sonically,
how,
yeah.
you know what I mean? So certain vibes follow other vibes. I mean, each album, I would hope that you start listening and you don't finish listening till it's finished. You know what I mean? Because each track went into the other one, how it's supposed to be. And it goes, it follows this thread and then it comes down here and then it's finito. You know what I mean?
So Gen Z, apparently, they listen to music based on a vibe. So they listen to this song and then they listen to this song. And the younger children, I think, they'll listen to everything. So so when I'm teaching kids music, they might come and say, oh, I want to do like Tears for Fears or something. I'm like, what the? You're 10. How do you...
Right.
So how would that sort of fit in with that new way of listening? Because it's kind of like the Spotify way of listening, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, my kids, they tend to have quite a varied library of stuff.
Yeah.
But they pick from what we played them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When they
Yes.
were babies, they're 18 now, they'll be 19 in October, twins.
Twins, yeah.
But they the birthday party, their 16th birthday party, it was really interesting, the selection of music that they were doing, because a lot of it was old school.
Yes.
You know, really Earth, Wind and Fire and
Yes.
people like that. I was like, wow. There was people in here.
Yeah, they know it.
Oh,
Like my nieces, they know like Blame It on the Boogie and stuff like that.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I think they have a good cross-section, of good variety of music to listen to.
Yes.
As well. I think that would affect it at all.
Do you think? So do you think it's been? Do you think they kind of understand that you're famous?
Yeah, I mean, they've kind of known it for a minute, but I think more now, so they're proud of it. When I did EastEnders, which was 3 years ago, then people started recognizing me for that, and they're kind of, oh, right, okay, yeah. We sort of, they're both singers, but one is an amazing singer that I would love to produce, but I've still got to wait for her to, not see me as dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's that kind of, there's that that barrier. I saw a thing where a guy, I think he was in Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
And he was talking about his daughter.
Okay.
Said she decided to pick up the guitar and learn it
Yeah.
and stuff. And he comes in, he's sort of, all right, you just leave it to it. And then he comes in and says, oh, right at the end, you could do this. She goes, what would you know? And then he shows her a concert of him. And she goes, who's that?
Oh, she didn't even equate the two.
Equate the two together. Like this whole time, she hasn't known that her dad's in his most famous rock band. And I think that's for everybody.
Yeah.
They don't really know. They know you as dad.
Yeah.
They don't know you as this performer, as this musician as well. But I'm hoping that, at some point, then she'll come to me and say, let's work. Because I would love to do that.
That sounds amazing. That would be amazing.
End up crying.
That'd be a real legacy then.
Yes, absolutely.
Running through to your own dad.
Yeah. And her name's Carmen, which is my grandmother's name.
Gorgeous.
And my grandmother was the singer in church as well.
Oh,
so there's
wow.
that, connection.
Yeah, that's amazing. I was going to ask you, when you became like really well known when you were so young, how did you maintain your own power? Because I think people want to take it,
Take my
or
power.
take a piece of the artist, don't they? Is what I'm kind of.
I don't know. I mean, when I first, my first single was 16, and I got an offer. I got a record deal offer at the time. But at the time, I was very focused, and the guy was like, "Yeah, what do you think? You want to be flown out to the States first class, ride around in a limousine, have champagne, and blah blah blah." And even then, I was kind of like, you know what? I got a scholarship to go to the Cheetham School of Music. And I was like, I want to follow that up,
Yes.
just in case the music thing doesn't work. I'm gonna do the two, my A level years there and crack on with that. So I'm very. If once I got something in my head, and I'm not going to be swayed by all this.
You're not turned.
No.
You are you.
Yeah.
Do you feel your authenticity is part of your success?
I think so. I think that's what a lot of people respect about me and the music is this is what I'm going to do. I'm not really being swayed by anything.
No, you're not.
And
you are you.
Yeah, that's how I've come up with all these bangers.
Yeah, and whenever I interview somebody who's really kind of been able to create this longevity in their career, they're always really authentic and really in tune with their own sense of who they are, their own sense of what they know is right.
Yeah.
Very high self-efficacy.
Absolutely. You got to know what you're about, and that's the thing that makes you unique as well, I think, because you know about yourself, and that's why. And then people identify with that. On top of that, as
yes,
well, you know what I mean. So yeah, it will.
How do you ride out being in fashion, out of fashion, in fashion, out of fashion? I don't know.
By not caring about it. At all. I've had the same haircut for how many years? You know what I mean? And
you are you.
It's this way or that way. Yeah, I just carry on with it. It's not. I'm not really bothered.
What advice would you give to people who are struggling with that sense of longevity, that sense of authenticity, and that deep sense of self-belief that you have?
It's something that you're gonna find, and if you don't have it, you don't have it. You don't want to be that person at the beginning of Britain's Got Talent who thinks they're talented, but they're not.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You gotta know if you have it or not, and if it's worth it. If you can pay the bills with it, do you know what I mean? Then you know whether to give up the day job. Or you keep the day job and do little sideline. It's just, you'll find out.
And I think it's quite hard. I always say to pupils, listen, if you want to be a singer or you want to be in music, you have to be compelled to do it because it's going to be really difficult. Yeah. It's going to be really time consuming.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the time, you're not going to be rich. Yeah. Maybe all of the time. Maybe for the whole time.
Yeah. No, it's not.
So you have to know it's for you.
It's not going to happen overnight. You got to, put up with them places where there's no changing room. There's no sound check. You know what I mean?
All you do. Yeah. Have you ever had like struggles with that? Have you ever, because a lot of musicians struggle with their mental health. Have you ever? Is this something that's ever happened to you?
Not personally. No, not really. I mean, there's moments you might feel a little bit low or something like that. But that's why I go training. That's why I do the Thai boxing thing. Because
can we talk about that? Because you've got a fight coming up.
I do. Yes. It's white collar. Muay Thai, Kinshiro.
Oh, yeah.
Boxing, 21st of March.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what got you into Muay Thai?
Just needing fitness, basically. I was in the States back in the 90s, and I put on so much weight. I put 3.5 stone.
Oh.
That I put on. And then I was like, because, you're over there, you drive everywhere in LA.
Yes.
The food is abundant.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't doing any exercise. So then, trying to get it off, and then trying to keep fit for the business as well. I was trying all different things, going to normal gym and stuff like that. But then I started boxing, and that helped. And then down at Kinshiro, they started to do the Thai, Muay Thai as well. And I've never looked back since, because it really does help. Helps you with your core, helps with your, when you're performing on stage as well, then you've got the stamina to be able to do what you did back in the day.
Definitely. Do you find what is it about that you love so much, that particular sport? And do you think there's any kind of parallel with the thing that you like in music as well?
I don't know. I've never seen that. I mean, the one thing I do love about it is that they're two different things.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And but they always start playing my music.
Do they?
As well, yeah. Which I find it hard to do. No, I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about the music then. did I do that right in the thing? And I'm supposed
Oh
to be
yeah, sure.
doing the
They
exercise.
throw you off.
Yeah.
That's how your opponent could throw you off.
He could throw me off. Exactly.
Yeah.
He's not gonna.
No, it's not.
But I never really saw the connection. But it's a great atmosphere in there, great sense of community, teamwork as well. They're a lovely set of people down there.
Yes,
you know what I mean. And I don't know what I'd do without it basically, because it sets me up for the day.
So kind of almost like a family.
Oh, it's totally a family. Yeah.
So a bit like being in a band.
You're really going for that connection, aren't you? Just like being in a band.
Well, I think that people have I think a lot of the time people have needs and things that they really suit them and suit their personality traits. And I think often there's there's a crossover in things that you didn't sort of realise before.
Yeah, I didn't think of it like that. I mean, and the band is a family as well, definitely.
Yeah.
But
can I ask you about, you've had some health struggles recently. Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Because I think it's quite important.
This is where it's connected, because I'm doing these are two charities that I'm doing the fight for. One is the Afro-Caribbean Leukemia Trust, and the other one is Prostate Cancer UK, which I was diagnosed with 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But I had the treatment for it, and it's all good.
Yeah.
You know, it's rescinded, whatever the word is. And that's part of what the fitness is for as well, just to keep my body on, on top form, so that it can fight anything that happens, basically. But it was detected because I do the PSA
the test,
which is for the prostate.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just a simple blood test, and then they see what levels are on there. If they're concerned, then you go to the next thing, which is MRI. And then the next step after that is the biopsy. And they found something that they felt that needed treatment. I had the brachytherapy treatment, and sometimes I forget about it.
Yeah, and I think this is something you can go and get. Can you go and get this quite simply at the doctor? The PSA test.
Get your you don't get it at the doctor's. The doctor can refer you to whichever clinic. Mine was the Hove Polyclinic.
Right. Yeah.
Where they took the blood test, and then they do all that.
Because my uncle, he had bumped into a neighbour, and his neighbour said, "Oh, I've just tested my PSA levels, and I have prostate cancer. You should just go along and have a check." My uncle had never thought about it. He went along, and he had prostate cancer.
He had it. Wow.
Yeah, and so that was like 20 years ago, and he's been treated. But and he's always says, that saved my life. Just that.
I have a friend who plays sax with me. We went to college together, and it's because I told him that he got tested, and his levels were ridiculously high. So he had even less choices. And they said it was a good thing that he did it when he did, so they could treat him.
Yeah, so it's really important to go and get tested if you're a guy. Any age or over a certain age?
Well, 50 and above.
50
and especially
and above.
Black guys are 4 times more likely.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And it's more likely to show you.
How interesting. Okay, that's really worth knowing. So tell me what you've got coming up. You've got dates?
I've got dates. This is the Thai boxing thing on the 21st of March, but then I'm doing a UK tour in May.
Brilliant.
May through June. You can go to my website, omarmusic.co.uk. Everything is
omarmusic.co.uk. Yeah, okay, the details will be.
All the details is on there.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. 17 cities.
17?
As well, yeah.
You playing in Brighton?
I think I am. I just did the alphabet in Brighton as
you
well
did?
in January. Hopefully I am. They keep adding dates as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. So if you go to the website.
Yep. Any new albums on the way?
No, I've got a song out with Daneo called Nights Like This, which is up for Song of the Year on the Mobos.
Yeah.
It's on the 26th of March. And I've been working on various projects. But like I said, go to the website. It tells you everything. Okay,
and finally, if you were to give advice to anybody young who wants to get into music...
Don't do it. Don't do it. No.
Or it doesn't have to be music. It could be any creative pursuit. What's your best advice to them?
I just think that you need to stand out from the crowd right now. This is the thing. It's very hard. I mean, since the internet has blown up, then there's like 100 different people doing what you do. So you need to be able to be differentiated between them and you. So you need to look different. You need to sound different. You need to practice at your craft. You know what I mean? And you need to work hard at it. That's all I can say. I mean, you know.
And the way to look different and sound different, I think, is just to be yourself.
Is to be yourself.
There's only one you.
Exactly. Yeah, and don't look for fashions or trends or anything, because you are the trend. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I heard
trend.
something that I think it was Jimmy Carr that said, "Be one of one."
Be one
You
of
know what I
one.
mean? That's the one.
Be one of one. I love it. You heard it here. Omar Laifouk, it's been a real education and a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Want to dive deeper into the whole framework and discover how it can help you reconnect with what matters? Head to wholecoaching.co.uk. And if this conversation resonated with you, hit follow, subscribe, and leave a quick review. It means a lot and helps more people find the podcast, which keeps us going.